Hello, everyone, and welcome to Sew a Story Studio Live. My name is Jennifer Long from Sew a Story. I am an early years educator turned Riley Blake fabric designer, and we are getting into a great cadence of doing lives every Tuesday. It's really exciting. I'm really enjoying connecting with everyone, meeting new friends on here, and we're just trying to get like a nice cadence going. On the tech side of it, we are working using a streaming platform so we can actually be going live in a couple of different places at the same time. It's pretty amazing. So we can go live on the Sew a Story YouTube channel, in the Sew a Story Facebook page. And we are trying to get the kinks out of also streaming into the Sew a Story Facebook group as well as Instagram. So we're trying those other two, but definitely on YouTube and Facebook page, we figured those out. So I'd like to know where you're joining from for sure. But a great thing about this is I can see everyone's comments coming in. So that is a lovely thing. So let's start today. And maybe I will tell you some really big news today that I can't wait to share with you. So the big news is it's my birthday. And what's good for you that it's my birthday is that today is the last day of the birthday sales. So we've been running a birthday sale since our newsletter goes out on Thursday. But if you're not part of our newsletter, I'd highly suggest you come and be part of it. It's sewastory.com. Sign up for the newsletter. It goes out every Thursday. And what happens in the newsletter is we always give tips and tricks on something. We tell you what's happening at Sew a Story. We often let you know about like parenting tips and crafting with your children. And this Thursday, we let you know that it was the birthday sale. So they got early in on there. And I started doing this a number of years ago. Doing the sale on my birthday. I think when I turned 40, I think I started doing that. So I am proudly saying that today I am 47. So it's 40% off every PDF pattern in the shop. That's crazy. You'll never find a sale at Sew a Story the rest of the year that's that big. So this is a happy birthday, I guess, to us today. I want you to enjoy the sale as well. So just head over to sewastory.com, go to the shop, and grab whatever you like for 47% off. The sale does end at midnight tonight. I just wanted to share that information. I'll share it again at the end of this live. All right, while you're all coming here, I can see that you're here. Could you just tell me maybe when's the next birthday that you guys are celebrating? Is it a child? Is it an adult? Are you looking for birthday tips? Since I'm all like about birthdays today, my head's in birthday. Would you want things to sew for birthdays, do for birthdays? Actually, I'll just bend over and grab something since we're talking about birthdays. 1 second. So I did this. I talked about this 2 weeks ago on a live, and I've done a couple of tutorials. I did this one live actually on a caterpillar guest. I was there. I did this tutorial. This is the balloon pattern. So this is the balloon cover pattern, and this would be great for birthdays. So you can make it all in one color or multicolors like this, and you just put a balloon in there, and it's totally safe. And that way, if the balloon pops, it's safe for children, but it's also great for birthdays. All right. Oh my goodness. Hi, everyone. I can see you coming in. It's so lovely, lovely, lovely that you're here. Welcome, welcome, everyone. Oh, awesome. 6 years old is coming up next. Oh, yay. Excellent. That's fantastic. Happy birthday. Awesome. Okay, well, keep the comments coming through. Last week, I had a guest on So Story Live, and it was Lindsay from Caterpillar. I've talked a little bit. We've been like building a little bit of a relationship. I've been using the mat, which we'll talk about in a second here. But I was giving away a pattern for free last week. Anybody that came to that live, and sometimes we'll do that. So maybe you just need to like schedule all these lives together, and make sure you mark it on your calendar, because you never know when we'll give away something, right? So we gave away this butterfly pillow pattern, and you can't get it anywhere else right now. This butterfly pillow pattern was an exclusive pattern, but I will put it in the shop soon. I promised that I would do a tutorial on it, so I wanted to make sure that I did one, and I'll do it with you here. So this butterfly pillow comes with full instructions on raw edge applique, which I'll talk to you about in a second. It's like all of our patterns where it tells you what fabric to cut out of what. I'm going to give you a couple of different ways to cut as well. We'll talk about that in a second. And then just how to finish the pillow. And then, of course, it shares the pillow here, and then a few other patterns. So you'll need to grab your pattern, and if you don't have it, well, I'm sure we'll put it in the shop right away. If it isn't there already, I'll have to talk to my VA about that. We'll make sure it's I just want to share a few things that I'm going to use in this tutorial if you want to sew along with us. So you're going to need, I actually have it in this little Ziploc because I wanted to be so organized. So you're going to need the template. So this is the template here, but I actually am going to share SVG files as well for you. So if you bought the pattern there, then there will be a download right here, download codes for the templates and for SVG files. You can get them. There's a download code on the first page. It's called page 2, so right not the cover, but on the inside. So it depends how you want to do it. I'm going to show you both ways today how to do this. But these are the adorable little butterfly templates in all the sizes, and it tells you how many to cut of each one, because sometimes you cut 1, and sometimes you cut 2, and sometimes you cut 3. This is a great project to do with children, and I'm kind of happy that we're doing this one as a tutorial. So you're going to need your pattern and your templates. All right, if you are choosing to do it with a cutting machine, I'm going to use my Cricut. If you're choosing to do it with a cutting machine, then you'll need to just download the SVG files. And I'm not going to do all the tech on like how to upload them and everything else, but I will show you my machine cutting and what to do. You're going to need to make sure that you have a rotary cutting blade, so that you have a blade on your machine that does cut through fabric. And you're going to need to make sure that you have those appropriate mats, so like a cutting mat. So there's a few things that you're going to need to use, but otherwise we're going to have the same, everything else will be the same. So the cutting machine. I am going to use Created with Love fabric, and you can just take a stacker. This is like a great stacker pattern that'll fit all the butterflies, and then just a little bit of yardage, or you can grab a fat quarter bundle. So this collection is called Created with Love. It's my newest collection out, designed with Riley Blake Designs. And it's all about the creation of the world and all of the beautiful things living in the world. So flowers. Oh, thank you so much. I'm so glad that you love this collection too. Yeah, this one, okay, I'll just like pause for a second and say this. Sometimes when you're designing fabric or patterns or anything else, sometimes it comes really easy. And sometimes, you know, you have to pause and step away and come back. This collection, literally, I couldn't draw it fast enough. It was coming out of my brain so fast. And so I always just think that's like something bigger than myself. Definitely is inspiring this collection. And so it's really personal to me as well. But this is like, can be the creation story for you if you want it to be, or this can also be just our love for the earth and for all the things that have been created in the earth. So this is Created with Love. The other things that you're going to need is, I chose like 3 thread colors that kind of match my butterflies, and I have lots of embroidery thread, so I'm using embroidery thread, but you can just use cotton thread to top And I just want to do this to do the cover stitch or the top stitch around. We'll experiment with a couple different things, like maybe a blanket stitch. Maybe we'll do like I actually prefer to do like a triple stitch or just a really tight single stitch. The stitch length, we'll talk about that as we get to there, but just after you do your raw edge applique. I want my threads to match, and they don't have to. Sometimes you can do them in just a white, or even an invisible thread is nice, but I like to see my thread. A few other things that I'm going to use my pair of hemostats. Now, if you don't have a pair of hemostats, quilty hemostats, they are designed by me for Riley Blake Designs, and this is a must-have for you if you are making dolls or anything like that. But also, this is like a must-have for like just anything around the sewing. And we're going to use it to turn our pillow inside out and get the corners nice and sharp. And I'm going to show you how to do that there. And then, of course, at the end, we are going to add sparkle. So this is the collection of sparkle paste. Here's all of the colors. I'm going to choose a few colors to go with. And then I also have the sparkle stencil. So the stencil is something that I designed based on the Created with Love collection for ThermoWeb. And you can see on the back there that it does give a curated color of sparkle paste for this collection. So if you are sewing with this collection, you'll probably want to try some of these colors out, like Ballerina Gold, Sprout Teal, and Snowflake. All right, and I'll show you how to use this today as well. And what else do we need? Oh, I need, okay, I just printed my picture out a little bit bigger so we had this to follow, because I haven't actually made this. We're making this in real time together. Woo! And then I'm going to use my Caterpillar Glow mat. So you saw us talk about it last week if you were joining in. If you didn't, you can go watch the replay of that video on YouTube channel or in the Facebook group. But this is a self-healing cutting mat, so we're going to use that for one way to trace our templates. And then we also need, I'll have to go grab it, I think it's over there. We'll need our sewing machine, and we'll also need some light fusible interfacing or web. So by ThermoWeb, I love, 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 love this. Great for raw edge applique. And okay, are you ready to begin with me? Who's ready? Hey, okay, before we really get into the whole tutorial and I drop the camera down, I just want to tell you that this is a great project for sewing with children. So that's why I wanted to bring it to you today, because I really, really wanted to just have something that was like fun. You know, the great thing about raw edge applique is that anybody can do it. It's really easy and fun. I wanted to show you a way that I'm using some of the things that I have out here that I've gone through with you. And I also wanted to give you an opportunity to be creative. But, you know, even the youngest child can trace, you know, like school age can definitely do the cutting for you for these butterflies. You can peel off the back. Anybody can do that. A toddler can peel off the back. We're going to get there. You'll probably want to have a little bit of help, or at least supervision, when you're pressing with the iron for heat. And then depending if you have some preteens, even maybe they're going to do some of the sewing with you. Everyone can do sparkle paste. So, and then if you're using a Cricut, you know, like any child can press start as well too. So it's a project that can really bring the generations together in your sewing space. And it's something I do feel super passionate about. All right. So without further ado, happy birthday to us all. And, I'll tell you, I have to tell you one more story. Sorry. I hope that's okay. So I'll just tell you a quick little personal story, because it's my birthday and I just feel like I was just feeling a little nostalgic and just thinking about my mom. My mom came from Poland when she was 13, and she still does actually call me Motyleczka, which is butterfly. And I just didn't even make the connection actually till right now. I was just thinking happy birthday, and I was just thinking about my family and my mom. So maybe I'll make this pillow for her. My goodness. Yay, this is such a good day. Okay, I know. Isn't it so good to have those stories and connections? And this is what happens when you know, we sew and connect together. It's so fantastic. Okay. Mwah. All right, I'm gonna drop the camera down here and let's sew this pillow together. All right, so I'm almost ready to go. I just wanted to do one option with you to do an SVG cut file. So you're going to want to cut out all of the butterflies on the pattern. So here are all the butterflies for the pattern. There's multiple different sizes. It tells you which one to cut and where and what size. And here's also the template. And we're going to go through that too as well together on how to do that by hand. But while I have this all set up, before I take a moment just to move it, I just wanted to show this to you here. So what I did was I took, these are 6-inch squares, and I have one prepped there already. I took them and I just backed them with a light fusible interfacing. So this is light heat and bond, and I just backed them all so they're ready to go in all of those fabrics that we needed to cut butterflies with. And I have this set up, so if you want to take the SVG cut files and load them up, you'll just want to know, like from smallest to largest, which butterfly you're cutting. Feel free to be scrappy and change them up, but I am cutting, this is the smallest one, I believe, and I am cutting it here. So I am going to, I think I've got a couple going here too. So I'm just going to press start, and it's going to start cutting, make sure nothing is behind. One thing to really make sure is that you have your rotary cutter here. So I have it set to bonded fabric. Yeah, I have it set to bonded fabric, and I have it with the rotary cutter. I'm also using this as spray and bond basting adhesive. It's a temporary bond. Sometimes I use it for like when you're quilting and stuff, but I just put a little bit on there because my mat, all my mats get used a ton and they're losing the sticky. So I actually just sprayed it on the back of the paper piece and put it on there. All right, so I'll get that over. You're going to want to make sure you have your rotary cutter. I did print myself out a large picture so that I can just sort of place and see where everything is at, and just also show you here. Okay, I think he's done. So I'm going to pull it out. This is my backing of my pillow. All right, let's close that up. I'll turn that off, and we'll open this up. So you can see it was like sticky there, and I want to keep the paper on it. Good. So it looks like that. Look at him, he's so tiny and cute. And I'm just going to use this little spatula to get him off. I'm going to try and get him with the paper. Good. If you use too much spray and bond, then you can't get it all together, but we're going to use it to fuse anyway. So he's ready to go. I'll stick him there, and I'm going to move all of this out of the way. And so we can get right to, let me just unplug this, so we can get right to this whole tutorial. Don't want to lose that on the floor. Okay, we'll move this out of the way, and let's make space here. Okay, so I have my pattern here. I have all my pieces. I have my sparkle stencil, which I'll show you in a minute. We're just going to go through some supplies. I have my sparkle paste colors and my sparkle stencil. I won't need this anymore, but that's what I used on the Cricut. I have all my fabric pieces. My fabric, I have some threads for the cover stitch here, and I have everything else laid out. All right, so let's begin. We're going to do this next one with the my Caterpillar Glow Light mat. So if you were on the live last week, then you would have seen us talk about this. And it has a cutting mat on top of here. I think we talked about that. So you can do this one of two ways. You can always put the template underneath and then like your paper on top and trace through that this way with your rotary cutter. I'm just going to remove this mat, and I'm going to trace it this way. I'm going to use the biggest one so you can see. Put it on the brightest. Now, I did tell the story last week, but I will say again that this light board is one of my favorite tools. It's so fun. It's so easy to work with. But also, I told you that my son has been tracing on it too as well. And, you know, even if he makes a picture that he really, really loves, he will trace it again on him. So, you know, it's great for not just sewing, it's great for basically any kind of tracing that you're doing or cutting. But you can trace these onto the paper side of your fusible web. And the other side, you'll know that the glue side has like a little bumps on it. So that's the side you want to have face down. And this is butterfly A, and it just says cut 1. So if I'm just like keeping myself organized and doing all of these, I might give it a little bit of check mark here. Butterfly B says cut 2. So I think I'll do like 2 on here, and then I'll make sure I do 2 check marks, that kind of a thing. All right, so I have my butterfly A traced. I'm going to put this away and leave that there. Okay, and what you're going to do is take this, I would cut it here so it's not too big and I'm not wasting too much fabric. And I would put it on the wrong side of one of my fabrics and press it, which I already did with this whole stack because I was putting them through the Cricut. So if you're doing it by hand, you're going to want to do the tracing first. This one I already have, and you can see that it says A on there. So I'm going to take a small pair of scissors here, just so I have lots of control, and then you're going to cut. Okay, so this is a great thing that you can do with scraps. This is a great project that you can take on the go. So if you prep all of these, you can take these poolside or on a picnic or camping or by the campfire or watching TV. It's like, or sitting by the garden. This is like a great thing to do. Sitting on the picnic blanket with the kids. This is also a great craft that you can have, depending on the age of your children, help. And so there's different philosophies out there, but I actually firmly believe in children will rise to the occasion of what we expect from them. And so if we expect them to handle our good tools with care and kindness, they will. And so I don't shy away from letting children use good tools, of course, with supervision and safety. I wouldn't just give them a sharp pair of scissors and walk away. I would stay there with them, but they will have a lot more success than giving them a pair that doesn't cut very well, for example. All right, so then you have all of your butterflies cut and ready to go. And what we begin to do is the layout. So I have the backing here of this quilt. You can do it one of two ways first. So this is a directional print, so I want to make sure I have the directional print going here. And then this is the border. So you can sew your borders on first. You can do both your sides. They're folded in half here. Both your sides, you can sew those on, and then the tops, or you can do your butterflies and then do that. Because I have my sewing machine is kind of pushed to the side, I'm going to just do those afterwards. All right, now there is nothing, there's no rules to this, except that you want to maybe leave, I would say, a good 1/2 inch. So you have your 1/4 inch seam allowance, and then you don't want any butterflies touching at the end. So you're going to want to leave a 1/2 inch for sure. And I would, before I do anything, I would take my butterflies and just start laying them out and see. So I'm going to use my picture or my pattern here as a guide. But again, like I said, there's no right or wrong. Oh my goodness, so fun. And you can just watch it kind of come to life. This is called butterfly release because if you were to release the butterflies from here, they are all following their own direction and path. Oh, so fun. And there's lots of different sizes. Okay, here and here. So does that look pretty good to you? Yay! It does to me too. So once I have it set, I'll take it over to my ironing board and I will remove the backing here and I will press. I'm going to press those on to how I want them to be. Once they're all there, it's up to you what you choose to do for sewing. I did bring some, because I have an embroidery machine, I have like lots of great colors and I like the sheen of it, but you can use Just an invisible thread is great, or maybe just a white to match the background. And this is where you get to be really creative. So you can do a blanket stitch around here. I am going to do actually probably a shortened triple stitch. I kind of really like that chunky sheen, but I want it to be 1/8 of an inch in. So I'm going to try and match my colors as best as I can. And I'm probably going to try and find a few more threads in my drawer here and match them all so that everything is just, yeah, feeling like super cohesive. Oh, maybe it's a wrong one, isn't it? This is probably it here. Oh no, look at that. It's actually a little, that's a hard one to match. I'll keep digging and finding, and I'll just stitch around them. Now, again, this is a great way that you could teach kind of your tween or preteen to sew as well. Take your time and go slow. A few tips and tricks would be needle down position as you're going around, and keep the needle down. So when you come to a corner, let's say that you're just sewing up, you come down to that corner, keep your needle down, lift up your foot, turn, and come around. All right. Then when you're finished all of this, you will quilt it as desired. So you can put fusible batting on it and not quilt it if you want to. Or you can put that fusible batting in there, or fusible fleece, and another layer underneath the pillow, and which I have right here, and quilt it. And then you are going to actually, you should put your sashing on first before you do that. Sorry, I forgot about it because I just moved it over to the side and we're live. So you'll put your sashing on first, then you'll do your quilting. And then you'll make your pillow as per the instructions. So you can do lots of different ways. I gave you like the super easy way, which was just like an envelope. So you just fold the backing, make sure they're overlapping. You're gonna put it right sides down, sew around the border of your pillow, clip your corners, turn it inside out, and you would have your entire pillow cover. But there's wonderful ways to do it with your I cannot wait to see what you choose to do for your butterfly pillow. If you want to make the exact one that I have here, of course, you can follow the image, you can follow all of the cutting, and it says which butterfly on the template sheet goes where. And there's also this little diagram here too. I just thought I would put, so these two are both a butterfly F, this is B, so that you can really just see who is who. All right. I can't wait to see you guys. This is so much fun. Once we have this all done, let's just move some things out of the way before we bring the camera back up. All right, before we bring the camera up, is you can add some sparkles. So this is a sparkle stencil. Here are the colors that go with this collection. Ballerina, Gold, Sprout, Teal, and Snowflake are great for this. And you can open up this stencil. It looks like this, and you can just choose which parts you want to do. So there's tiny little butterflies in here, which would make really beautiful little accents in maybe like a rose color sparkle paste, or different colors. Like we can use all of those colors that we had there. Maybe you'd like to add the clouds. There's some stars, maybe the bubbles. Maybe you just want to add a little bit of sparkle coming out from each one of them. So that is a super fun way to embellish and play and make your butterfly pillow last the whole week. If you want this sparkle paste to be washable and heat set, then all you need to do is put a pressing paper over it after it's dried for 30 minutes and heat it with your iron, and it is heat and bond, so you know that it will stay forever. Yay! All right, let me move my camera up here. All right. Oh my goodness, that was so fun. So I'm going to keep going here and like doing more butterflies and more of this process, but I can't wait to see all of the things that you are going to create for sure with this butterfly pillow. So if you're just joining our live right now, we'll just reiterate this will be a replay on the YouTube channel and the Facebook group. But this is a pattern that we were giving away last week, and it's called Butterfly Pillow. We will put it in the shop as well because I know you're asking about it here. So absolutely, we'll put it in the shop. This is a great pattern to sew with your children, for your children. And oh, thank you so much. Yeah, I'm not quite done yet, so don't leave yet. Somebody just said happy birthday, so thank you, thank you. Yes, so, and it's my birthday today, so we are celebrating with a store-wide PDF sale. So everything in the Sew Story shop is on sale to my age. And yes, I'm 47. I have a 20-year-old almost, so yes, I have 20. Yeah, I know. 2017, 15, 12, 14, 12. Uh-oh. Don't let them see this. Okay, I didn't have that planned, but we have 4 kids. I guess adults and teens. And so, yeah, it's my birthday today. So we're doing no code needed, 47% off at the Sew Story shop till midnight tonight. So if you've been looking at any patterns or eyeing up any patterns, today is the day. That is excluding, pardon me, our memberships. So we have 2 memberships. We have the Pattern Club membership, which is already a great deal. And we have the Modern Ragdoll membership, which is already a great deal. But that's for everything else in this. So yay. And then I wanted to talk about, what was I going to say? Does anybody have any questions that they want to ask? Happy to answer them. Oh, I know what I was going to say. I was going to just let you know that coming up in August, because it's already July 22nd, coming up in August, we are going to be talking a lot about crafting connections and something called a 10-minute magic. And because you are here, I wanted to make sure I share that with you here first. So about a month from now, near the end of August, I'll be doing a whole workshop week for free called 10-Minute Magic. And that 10 minutes of magic is all you need to create a lasting bond with your child through easy crafts. So I'm going to share more about it here, but I think toilet paper tubes turned into dolls. Think cardboard cereal boxes turned into play masks. Think your popsicle stick turned into a woodland puppet theater. Things like this that you can then take and play and learn with, all in less than 10 minutes is, and with supplies that you most likely have at home, is the whole excitement about it. It's going to be huge, you guys. We're getting all kinds of gifts and sponsors, and we're going to be doing crafts together, and we're going to be doing big giveaways and sharing all kinds of stories, and it's just going to be amazing. So if you want the link, maybe I'll just ask my VAs here, Anna, if you would just drop the link in here for Crafting Connections waitlist, and we'll make sure that you know when it's coming, but it's coming, I don't have my dates here, August 22nd, it's the Wednesday of that week. Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and then in the Monday. So there'll be lots of time if you need the weekend to do the crafts. And that will be the free week that we'll be sharing this whole experience together. And then from that experience, we'll be opening up the doors just for 1 week to Crafting Connections. So really, really, really excited. And I'll be sharing more about it too. All right. Well, if you have any other questions, you can always email us at info@sewastory.com. Come and join inside our Facebook group. And I'm so happy that you're here. So thank you for spending a little bit of my birthday together with me today. And I hope you have just a lovely, lovely rest of your week. Don't forget to go and shop at the sale, 47% off. Yes, thank you so much. I appreciate it. I appreciate you being here. Thank you. It's just a joy. We are really committing to going live every Tuesday. There we go. Every Tuesday. And we're trying to find the best time. So if you have a time that you think is the best for you, I'm happy if you say probably 10 or 11. I'm in Central Standard Time. So that's kind of where we're landing, but we've been trying a couple of different times to see what's best for you. So if there's a time on Tuesdays that you prefer, just write it in the comments or email us as well. Okay. I hope you have a lovely, lovely day. Thank you so much for being here. Great big hugs from me. And I cannot wait to see what you create. Please share your butterfly pillow with us. All right. Thank you so much. Bye for now.